All right, let's do this. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a wonderful and safe Friday. Today we are going to talk about the challenge episode 7. The challenge Total Madness episode 7. I forgot what the hell the episode was called. I rarely pay attention to that, but it was something like should I stay or should I go or something like that. I don't know, whatever. So the episode starts off with Jordan talking about how Jenna might be checked out of the game. And these are my notes, so if I look down, that's what I'm looking at. She is checked out of the game because of her whole situationship with Jack. Jack? What? With Zach. Oh my god. I guess there is no difference though between Jack and Zach because they were both buffoons, so maybe that's why I got them confused for a second. But between her and Zach, she's a little kerfunkled and little all over the place. So Jordan thinks that now is the perfect time for Tori to go in and earn her Red Skull. Tori is of the same mindset. I don't know why. I don't really understand where they came up with this idea that just because Jenna is having some problems back home, that means that she wouldn't be able to compete. That's just weird to me, especially considering the previous competition that they had where they were swinging off the truck. Jenna did fairly well, so I don't understand where they were coming up with that thought that Jenna is checked out, whatever, but they swear that she is not going to be able to compete in the proving grounds to her normal standard because of the drama with Zach. I just thought that was stupid. Jenna, Nany, and Kayla talk about how Tori and Jenny should maybe go up against each other. Nany was talking about how she's not too sure if she really wants to go against Jenny in the final, like if Nany makes it to the final and gets her Red Skull. She's not sure if she really wants to compete against Jenny. Jenny has proven to be a beast. She does CrossFit and all that shit. She is like a very good competitor. We've seen her time and time again do well. And I wouldn't want to go against her ass either. Like, what? But, so that is what Nany, that's where Nany's mind was at. Like, should I put my game, you know, ahead of what, you know, Jenna's going through and throw Jenny in there with Tori? You know, should I be a little bit more selfish? She mentioned how she's been constantly worrying about Jenna and that whole situation with Zach and Jenna's game. And she's not sure if maybe she should focus on what's best for her in the long run. So she's kind of having some thoughts about that. Tori tells everyone that she wants to go in, like she is ready to earn her Red Skull, and I really appreciated that from Tori. I loved that mindset because I would be of the same mindset. Like, I might as well just get it over and done with. If I'm meant to go home, then I'll go home. It's no big deal, but I have to go in there eventually, so I might as well just do it, you know? Like, if it's something that I'm comfortable in and if it's something that I think I can do, then why not? Like, why not just get it over with? You don't really have to worry about it. Again, you have your Red Skull. You know if you make it to the final that you will be able to compete. Why not just do it? And I actually really respect that. I wish that more of the competitors or more of the challengers or cast, whatever you call them, I wish more of them were of that same mindset, but a lot of them are scared. They're scared. So, ooh, I look all over the place. Ooh, y'all. Anissa talks about how Nelson going off on her at, you know, when they lost because Anissa dropped her puzzle piece. Nelson, he went off on her like crazy, and she was talking about how that hurt her feelings. Bailey talks about how Jordan like has a tendency to really push her buttons and just get under her skin, that she needs to pull it back a little bit, that she needs to just kind of control herself because he has the capability of getting under anybody's skin. What is wrong with me today? He's really good at doing that, so I totally understand where Bailey's coming from. I would have a hard time being around him too. He's just so arrogant and like, meh. But there was a funny moment that I thought it was funny where Bananas was like, Jenna, why are you even in the tribunal? And Nany kind of had to explain to them, like, so that she has her option of going in or not going in, you know, like, what's a wasp? Oh my god, it's huge, it's staring at me, I swear, every time I start filming, nature decides to make an appearance. Go away. But yeah, so there was that. So they go to the nomination ceremony, and Tori starts it off by saying that she wants to go in and she's ready. She wants to earn her Red Skull, and she would appreciate it if they would all vote her in and give her that opportunity. They all end up voting her in, and they're like, fine, easy peasy lemon squeezy. We will vote your ass in, whatever. If you come back, then you come back. If you don't, cool, because you're a strong competitor, and that'd be great, so it's whatever. So they all vote her in, and then Nelson decides to take the opportunity to apologize to Anissa. He talks about how he shouldn't have talked to a woman like that, and he should have had more respect, and he's sorry. And then he goes on to talk about how he's gonna give it to Tori. He's gonna let Tori go in and get, he's gonna vote for Tori to go in, but he thinks it's crazy how we're all handing her a easy Red Skull because Jenna's checked out. And then again, the whole Jenna being checked out thing comes up, and it's weird to me. Kayla, being Jenna's best friend, she stands up for her friend and is like, I don't know where you guys got this idea, but Jenna is not checked out. She's going to compete. Like, the fuck? And that's when Nelson kind of like, bah, and goes off, calls her a slut, basically. Says that she should be embarrassed about herself, or embarrassed by her actions, that she, what was it that he said? I think I wrote it down. Oh, he called Kayla the foulest woman there. And he basically said that her and Bear, like, shagged in the porta potty or something. I don't know. But it was really random, really weird, really out of left field. And I was kind of sitting there like, the fuck is Nelson's problem? Like, he really went from apologizing to Anissa to going off on Kayla and calling her a whore. Like, what was that? Where did that come from? I did not understand, but all of the guys did end up having Kayla's back in the end. So they all left the nomination ceremony, and the guys were kind of just left there. And they all basically called Nelson out. Like, dude, you're acting crazy for no reason. That was out of order. What is your problem? And Nelson was like, oh, it's the game. The bunker's getting to me. Bleh. And I was like, oh my God. More excuses for bad behavior. Yes, let's continue to blame the bunker, which I'm sure, I have no doubt that being in that space, no windows, no real space to go out and just relax. I'm sure it's difficult, and I'm sure it's annoying. They don't have really any other distractions. It's probably really hard. But that doesn't mean that you can go around calling women whores. For what? Like, mind your own business. And going off on Anissa, like, it's weird. I don't know. I'm starting to see how him and his now ex, Angela, she was on Bad Girls Club, how they might have had some problems. Because Angela does not seem like the kind of woman who allows that kind of shit. And he seems like, obviously, the kind of guy who, if he's having a hard moment, goes off on some women. And that seems a little off to me. Like, ugh. Bear does end up defending Kayla, and of course Kayla's like swooning over it, and I'm just like eye rolling Kayla to hell, because that's just ridiculous. It's Bear. But Kayla does explain that, you know, her and her relationship were going a little bit serious, a little too serious for her, and she obviously wasn't ready to be in a committed relationship like that. So I'm glad that she owns up to the fact that she made a mistake, and that, you know, she shouldn't have gone there in a relationship, whatever. But I am still slightly disappointed in her. I'm like, come on, girl. Come on. But whatever. So they all go out to the bar, and Nany starts flirting with Casey. And I get it. Casey is a very good looking girl. In my Big Brother 20 videos, I said numerous times that if I were gay, if I were lesbian, Casey would be my pick, because there's something about her. She's got like a charm about herself that is attractive and intriguing. So I could totally, and I'm sure when she's in person, I'm sure it's 1,000 times more. So I get where Nany's coming from. But Casey does have a girlfriend. They are committed. And it's kind of a known thing that her and her girlfriend, I think her girlfriend's, what's her name? I think her name is Taylor. They're kind of like a known thing, you know. So Nany, have a little respect. It's fun to flirt, but come on. And at this point, Nany is definitely drunk. Like, we know that she's drinking. She's definitely drunk. You could hear it in her voice. She's slurring all over the place. It's a mess. And we have seen time and time again Nany get a little funky, a little crazy when she's been drinking. So let's keep that in mind for later. There is a part where Swaggy and Bailey are talking, and Swaggy basically tells Bailey, like, dude, you need to calm down about this Jordan thing. Jordan has Tori. They're a duo. They're a strong couple, and even alone, they're both strong competitors. We need them on our side. If he gets angry at you or if he goes off on you, just pull it back. Come over to me. Talk with me. That's why I'm here. I'm here as your support system. Come to me and we will talk it out. Don't go off on anyone. And it's definitely... We're definitely seeing a different side to Swaggy that we never got to see on Big Brother, and I am loving it. I am thoroughly enjoying Swaggy and Bailey for the most part. Like, I have no problem with Bailey at all. I enjoyed them after Big Brother. I didn't really have a huge problem with them on Big Brother, but on the challenge, they're some of my favorites. I am loving Swaggy. I'm loving what he is bringing to the show. Bailey is proving to be a beast at the competitions, and I really want to see them go far. So I did respect what Swaggy was talking to her about, and I respected Bailey for going up to Jordan and explaining her side and why she felt the way that she felt during their little argument. They ended up hashing it out and talking it out and giving each other a little cuddle and squashing whatever problems that they had. So I loved seeing that. And I don't know if Bailey had mentioned this before, but I guess she won Miss Congeniality during the pageant that she was in, which is awesome. That's cool. So we go back to Nany flirting with Casey. She's going in deep. She is flirting hard with Miss Casey. And Anissa is seeing it, and she's like, what the fuck, dude? Like, Nany knows that Casey has a girlfriend. What is she doing? So at one point, Nany is like begging Casey to go to the bathroom with her, probably to try to hook up with her. But Casey kept rejecting her, like, no, I don't need to go to the bathroom. She knew probably what Nany was trying to do. I'm sure this isn't the first time that someone has been flirting heavy with her and asking her to go to the bathroom. So she said no. And at this point, Nany just goes to the bathroom by herself, and Anissa walks up to Casey and is like, dude, remember you have a girlfriend, like, you know, just put the whole flirting thing aside. Like, it looks a little bad. Just stop. Casey was reassuring her, like, look, I know I'm in a relationship. There's nothing going to happen. No one needs to worry about anything. We good. Nany walks up during this conversation, and that's kind of when all hell breaks loose. She calls Anissa annoying, says that she wants to punch her in the face, and Anissa's trying to walk away, and she basically just tells her that she's acting trashy and that she needs to lower the trash factor a little bit. Nany was acting a little crazy, for sure, and out of order. So I definitely was on team Anissa during this whole fight, for sure. And that's coming from a Nany fan. I like Nany a lot. So, but she does have a tendency to act out when she has been drinking. She also mentioned earlier in the episode that she's feeling really anxious and the stress of the game is really getting to her. So all of that combined with drinking, and there's going to be a slight blow up. They did have a little conflict, like Nany tried to grab Anissa at one point, and Anissa just wasn't really having it. She just was like, this is so fucking stupid, which it really was. Like, the whole situation was really dumb. It was a miscommunication. So they all go back to the bunker, and it kind of drags on there. Nany makes herself a cup of noodle, and she's stumbling all over the place, and she at one point asks Jenna, hey Jenna, what happened earlier tonight? And Jenna tries to explain it to her, and Nany snaps at Jenna And then Anissa walks in trying to explain things to Nany as well, and Nany kind of just continues to go off on Anissa. She basically brings up the fact that Anissa used to be a stripper and basically is calling her a hoe and all this. At least I don't have to take off money, or no, take off money. At least I don't have to take off my clothes to make money and stuff like that, and just low blow city. And it kind of sucks to see, you know, like, I can definitely relate, because when I used to get, like when I was younger and I used to get really drunk, I would act similar to Nany, so I understand how that feels to get drunk and you just get angry. When you're not in a right space mentally, adding alcohol to the situation is not a good idea. That's just not a good mix, because you're gonna lash out at anybody, and that's basically what happened. Nany started lashing out at her friends, and she ended up throwing a cup of noodle at Anissa. Luckily, it was the worst throw you've ever seen in your life, and it didn't get anywhere except for the floor. But still, you throwing a scalding hot cup of noodle at someone, not very nice. The next day, Nany wakes up and she does apologize to Anissa. You could tell that she's hungover as hell, so she was really feeling it that night. But she does talk it out with Anissa. And Anissa, being older and wiser and having gone through a little bit more life than Nany, she understands and she forgives her. She does still think that it sucks that even happened, but she does forgive her, and they talk it out and move on. Oh, and then the next day, Nelson even apologizes to Kayla and explains to him that, you know, the bunker is getting to him and all this shit. I just, ugh, whatever. She accepts his apology, but doesn't really believe it. So Tribunal talks, and they nominate, D, which was so funny because she got so pissed. She was like, why am I nominated? Like, shut the fuck up, D. Like, just because you have a red skull doesn't mean that you're not touchable. Like, come on. They ended up nominating Big T because Big T would be an easy win for Tori. And then they also nominated Kayla because they wanted to give Kayla third round opportunity to go in and earn her red skull. Nany being the first, you know, she won the competition, so she has first dibs if she wants to go in. And then Jenna, and then Kayla. So that's how they were working that. Proving ground time comes, and they see that it is not a puzzle. They see that it is not anything too, well, it's crazy, but it's doable. And Jenna decides to go down and earn her red skull, or try to prove herself, or whatever. So she's up against Tori. Oh, the competition, sorry, my mom's calling me. The competition that they have to do is pretty physical. They have to carry these large ass bricks up this ramp, and then they have to break the bricks, and underneath these grates is a barrel, and they have to fill the barrel and then take the barrel over to like I don't even know what it's called, a dumpster. It wasn't a dumpster, but it was like a clear box, and they have to fill the box to a certain line, and whoever does it first wins. And at first, Tori has like the weirdest strategy. She was kneeling and trying to hit break the bricks up and get all the large chunks through these small little openings. I don't know, it was not the right strategy. She ended up rethinking things because Jordan was screaming at her to fix her strategy and do it differently. And so she ends up doing like Jenna and standing and just throwing them as hard as possible. Jordan, the entire competition, was screaming off his mind like a volcano, just erupting at Tori, trying to direct her, trying to not really cheer her on. I don't really remember him going, you could do this, you got this. There was none of that. It was more of, why are you doing this? You need to do this. And I was like, woo. I'd be fucking pissed if that was my significant other. Like, if that was Sparrow not telling me, you could do this, you got this, and cheering me on like that, then it would be, you know, I would be annoyed with him. But they have a whole relationship that is a little strange to me, so it's whatever. Oh my god, I totally forgot that I totally forgot to talk about Jenna and Zach's conversation. I'll talk about that after I finish this. So Jenna ends up winning the proving ground. She earns her red skull. Tori goes home. That sucks. But Tori understood, you know, she had to take the risk. She knew it was a risk, and that's that. So back a few scenes. So Jenna ends up talking to, I only have a few more minutes. Okay. So Jenna ends up talking to Zach on the phone, and Zach is like, this is going to be the hardest conversation I've ever had with you. And he basically continues to accuse her of cheating on him. And it's basically the same kind of conversation that they had before, except for a little bit more volatile, because he was yelling at her. She mentioned how she would never do that, how she loves him so much, how they have a house together, and he was like, I have a house together, I have a house now, it's mine, meh. And he basically goes on to tell her that she needs to come home or consider them no longer in a relationship together. He's just a fucking bitch, and I can't stand his ass. Like, ooh, he's so annoying, he's infuriating, I just want to go like this. But I love that Jenna was like, no, I'm going to go in there, I'm going to compete, and I'm going to do what's right for me. I don't know if she keeps that same energy, to be honest, though, because I've heard some spoilers. Last time I mentioned spoilers in a video, people came after me, so I'm not going to mention the same spoilers anymore. You guys are spoiler free from now on, but I don't know if she keeps that same energy. Well, I don't know if they're really spoilers. They're more like rumors to me. Like, I don't really think that they're necessarily spoilers because nothing has really been confirmed. We haven't seen the episode. But I am curious to see if she keeps that same energy. But I did appreciate that she wanted to prove herself and prove to everybody that she is there to compete and win. So I love to see it. I hope she stays because I like Jenna. I think she's being a little stupid by staying with Zach, but I like her. So there is that. There was something else that I wanted to mention, but I'm forgetting it now. I guess it really doesn't matter because I forgot it. Anyways, let me know in the comment section what you guys thought about this episode. Let me know if you enjoyed it. Sparrow and I are going to be filming a couples like Q&A thing that we got off the internet. So if you guys have any questions that you want to ask Sparrow and I, we celebrated our 11-year anniversary on Tuesday. So we're going to kind of either do a Q&A or do like a little couples challenge. I don't really know, but we're going to film it in my vlog that I'm going to post either tomorrow or Sunday. So I hope to see you guys there. Tonight on TVco, I will be going live at 5 p.m. to talk about the challenge. So if you want to hang out with me and chit chat, then join me on the TVco app. Again, if you guys have, if you guys have any questions for Sparrow and I, leave them in the comment section below. I will see you guys in my next video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and please share this video. It really helps me out a lot. I love you guys so much. Bye!